There was National Guard out on the streets of LA.
There was helicopters at night and shaking the house, and there were sirens and there were popping sounds. The graffiti on the streets of Abbot Kinney, that our street had totally transformed. Pictures of George Floyd and Trayvon and Breonna Taylor. Are we safe here? Am I safe here with my little brown children?
I saw from one of your posts like a few weeks ago, so you're in Los Angeles, I'm in London. I was a little bit concerned when I saw that there was National Guard out on the streets of LA. I can't imagine what that must feel like. And how are you?
Yes, we had National Guard rifles out, assault vehicles. We had National Guard station rifles out in front of the cafes where I wrote most of this book, just down the street. And I was helicopters at night and shaking the house, and there were sirens and there were popping sounds in the distance. And so for about 1 week, I was really feeling this palpable fear. I mean, are we safe here? Am I safe here with my little brown children? And I was less afraid of the looting and more afraid of the militarization of my neighborhood and my home. And I thought about, what Black mothers must feel every day who have to raise their babies in neighborhoods with such a strong and overwhelming and oppressive police presence. So as I was trying to have perspective, I was also trying to figure out how to mother in this time. And Justo, I call you Justo. So I'm your Vito and you're my Justo.
Yes.
This is how I will call you even now as we're sharing this conversation with people. I got in the car for the first time in days with Kavi in the back seat, and just to see what was happening in our neighborhood after so many days of sheltering in place and waiting for the chaos to die down. And Kavi was looking out the window, and I was so worried. I was like, he's going to see the guns. He's going to ask these questions. And he had this look of astonishment on his face. And I followed his eye line, and I realized what he was looking at were not the soldiers. What he was looking at were the graffiti on the streets of Abbot Kinney, that our street had been totally transformed. Pictures of George Floyd and Trayvon and Breonna Taylor. Black Lives Matter in hearts. And he saw the hearts everywhere, and this kind of and he looked at me and says, "Mommy, did you do this?" All he hears me talk about is revolutionary love and what do Sikhs do? We fight for social justice. He's like, "Mommy, did you do this?" I said, "No, we did this. We did this. There are millions of people rising up right now, flooding the streets, raising our voices for justice in this incredibly forceful, vibrant, courageous act of revolutionary love." Mm-hmm. And I thought, if that's what he remembers about this time, then he'll be okay. So I'm okay. And now that the violence has died down, and we as activists have really reclaimed the narrative in the United States, at least, that we are pushing the nation to dream beyond resisting police brutality, to actually reimagining what policing looks like and what public safety looks like and what prisons look like in the United States. And I see that shift from resistance to reimagining, to remaking the world anchored in justice. That is something we have never seen before in our history as a people. And so I want to be around for that. I want to last for that. And so I have to think about what helps me breathe every day so that I can return to the labor. And honestly, our sisterhood is one of those things that help me breathe every day so we can return to the labor.
Oh, Vito, I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that Kavi has that love in his eyes, and that's what he saw. That gives me hope as well.